Welcome, everyone, to the Western Wisconsin Whiskey Emporium for ladies and gentlemen. I'm Eddie. That's Dan.
And this is Jake. Jake, I've known for many years, was actually a professor of mine in college, and then stopped by here one day and saw the whiskey collection and said, why don't we hang out more? So we've got him here today, and he's brought along with him an infinity bottle that he has worked on for how long?
Probably 3 years.
Wow.
I'd say.
So it's been a long time coming. I'm excited to try it. I've actually never had an infinity bottle from anyone before. We've never made one ourselves. Eddie's working on a branded infinity bottle right now. That
Just started today
will eventually
in honor of this episode.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, infinity bottles are when some people do like the last shot of a bottle, some people will do the first shot of a bottle, some people just do whatever they feel like. As they're drinking it, they're like, hey, I like this. But you're basically adding together different whiskeys that you kind of think will work together or things that you liked and creating this custom blend that hopefully you're going to love by the end of it.
I do tops because I can't always control the bottoms.
Right.
So
that makes sense. As far as the contents of it, he did write down a legend here, so maybe we'll try to take some guesses at what may be in here.
They're all bourbons.
Okay.
Most of them are, over the 90 proof range. I wanted something that had a little bit more of a punch, but really it was just stuff that I liked or stuff that was kind of unique. Like there was one that was a Minnesota bourbon.
Right.
So I put that in the bottle. There's some things I knew that I was going to put a little extra in just because I knew I liked them going in.
We're excited to pop into it. I don't know if you want to do the honors.
Sure. I don't know that you'll get... It's not a fresh bottle, but we'll see if we get
it's
a
an
pop.
infinity pop.
It was a little weak.
Oh, that does smell nice.
A little fruity.
Mm-hmm.
A little pecan, kind of.
I was going to say kind of a pecan, almost a praline kind of thing, with like a brown sugary pecan, maybe a little bit of dark cherries in there. I'm trying to formulate guesses already based on nose.
It's almost a little bit of a bubblegummy thing in the background there too.
I can maybe see that.
Yep.
The wood kind of comes through in a way, too, on the back end.
That's really pleasant.
Yeah. It's not burning.
Which is surprising because you said you tried to go with 93 and above.
I averaged out the proof, since I know how much is in there of each, the proof is going to be roughly 108.
That's a nice proof, though.
Yeah.
Now, did you use dad math to get there, or?
I added it together, took the total, divided by the...
Wow,
average
you went
Yes.
full on professor.
I did the math.
Okay, so he did actual math.
This man is an educator. Like, now that you're mentioning that bubblegum thing, I'm almost getting a bit of that, like, Four Roses-ish kind of vibe coming through. Maybe kind of slightly spearmint.
I think there could be some turkey elements in here, too. Perhaps, that leafy tobacco thing going on.
Is this your first time doing an infinity bottle? Or
Yeah,
have you done
this
them
was
in
it.
the past?
I'd read an article about it somewhere and thought it would be an interesting thing to try, so yeah.
Nice.
You got some 1792 in here. I'm sure of it.
Oh, is that what you're going with, that nut bread?
See, I know what's in it, so this is kind of fun listening. Shots across the bow.
3 years in the making.
Here we go.
Clink 'em and drink 'em.
That came through a lot spicier than I expected it to.
You can't smell that.
No.
I'm getting some prevailing sweetness, though. Mm-hmm. I'm still getting hit with some spice. Like, you can kind of feel it in the back of your throat, like some of that Kentucky hug going on. In a strange way, like some soapy sweetness. It's kind of weird. Like, I'm getting kind of like this effervescence going on, like on my tongue.
Yeah, so am
You know
I.
what I'm saying?
The spice is making me think of like that Maker's Mark kind of like weeded spice almost.
Comes through spearmint on the finish, too. Which really does make me believe that there's got to be some Four Roses in there. And I think there is this unique taste that is reminiscent of 1792 for me.
A lot of oak in the finish, too.
A little bit of like cinnamony clove, almost clovish.
Yep.
The second sip was sweeter than the first one too.
Yeah. I think the first one kind of threw me off guard because that spice came through so hard, and I didn't expect that based on the nose.
This is really good. I'd make another one of these.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of spearmint now.
It's on the
lot
lips.
of a lot of spearmint, and it kind of coats the whole palate. Really,
I'm guessing because of conversations we've had in the past, there's Evan Williams in here. The way it's making my tongue feel, I'm sensing there's a weeded bourbon in there somewhere. There's a bit of that kind of scrapey feeling on the tongue.
and on the
That
nose
opens
there was
up.
bubble gum that was mentioned.
It's got a little bit of meatiness to it, though, as well. It's not super thin. It coats really nicely.
Do you know how many different things you put into this?
Oh, boy. Probably 17 or 18 total.
Okay, so...
I think there are about 5 bottles that I put multiple shots in.
Okay. Have we hit anything yet?
I've heard a few names that sound familiar.
Okay.
I feel like, at some point we could just start naming all the
I
distilleries.
mean, yeah, I was going to say, at some point.
They're all jiving nicely with each other at this point in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing that's really, like, off in it. It's all very cohesive, I feel like.
It seems unique, at least, which makes me happy. It doesn't taste like something that I've had before.
Right. I think we should crack open the legend. Oh, it's I mean, we're official.
They didn't have
It's like the
wax seal.
Oscars right there.
We've got a Larceny Barrel Proof A120.
That would be that wheat.
There's that wheat
you're
coming
talking
through.
about.
So I'm a sucker for wheats. There's quite a few wheats in there.
Okay, so that was coming through. We were
That
picking that
sweetness,
up.
yeah.
We got a Woodford Double Oak. Michter's 10, very nice. The Old Forester 1897. Douglas and Todd Small Batch, that is the Minnesota one. And that's this bottle.
That's the bottle.
The bottle
listing,
that's-
on its own, not necessarily all that great, but it gets a chance to hide behind everything else.
Sure.
That's there a little.
And it brings a little local flair to the whole thing. It's Four Roses Small Batch Select. There's the gum. The Double Up Rare Breed. Okay.
Yep, there's 2 of those.
Balcones Baby Blue. I've never had that.
Never had it.
It was interesting. I don't know that I'll buy it again.
We've got Woodford Weeded, Johnny Drum Private Stock, Wild Turkey Kentucky Spirit, Stag Junior number 7.
Nice.
I feel like that is a lot of that dark cherry I was getting on the nose.
And there's 3 of those in there. There's more of that than anything.
Good.
Yeah.
As it should be.
Ezra Brooks Distillers Collection, 2 ounces.
That
of
was a
in
store
there.
pick for Woodman's, I think.
Oh, I think we've had one of
Yeah,
those.
we may
so
have
that was
one of
that was
Yeah.
decent.
A Four Roses single barrel. Again, more Four Roses with that spearminty thing. 1792 full proof.
Nailed it.
There you go. Elijah Craig barrel proof, C920. And then a Widow Jane. Really cool. I really enjoyed it. Do you plan on starting a new bottle?
That's right.
You're starting over from scratch.
I do. I've got a couple things I haven't opened up yet. Downstairs in the basement, kind of waiting to start the next bottle. I still have some of the Stag Junior left. Throw a couple of those in there to start with. But yeah, just looking for stuff on the shelf that I haven't had. And when I find something I like, that second shot goes in the bottle.
Nice. That's
So,
awesome.
I'll see you in 3 years.
Yeah. 3 years from
bottle
today.
done? Like you're not going to add more to this?
No,
This
This is
what it
it.
is.
I'm gonna drink this bottle. I'll start a new one.
Are you going to save a sample of this bottle itself for later?
I thought about that. I'm not sure.
And then possibly doing a double infinity blend? Blend on blend action?
Well, that truly would be the infinity.
Yeah, it would just be continuous.
Yeah.
It's almost your Solera Infinity at that point. We want to thank Jake for coming through and sharing this Infinity blend that he's crafted, giving us the first taste out of the bottle. That's super cool. Have you out there, have you made Infinity blends? Have they gone well? Have you had some that really just stunk up the joint in the end and you were disappointed after all the time you put in? Hit the like on the video, subscribe to the channel. We're here every week doing something. Sometimes drinking Infinity bottles now. That's a new one. We can check that off the list.
From the Western Wisconsin Whiskey Emporium for ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.